What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Welcome to my channel. My name is Gianpaolo, and today we're going to be touching on the topic of how to gain weight. This video is for people that have trouble gaining weight, and some people may call them ectomorphs. Basically, ectomorphs are people that have a very small frame, are very skinny, and have trouble gaining weight because of very fast metabolism. And that's actually where I was at before I even got into a resistance training regimen about 4 years ago. Transformed my body from this to this, and I'm gonna show you guys how I did it. I'm gonna show you guys the formula of counting calories today. So if you guys have a pen and paper with you, have that ready so you guys can take down the formula. And I'm also gonna show you guys how to put yourself at a caloric surplus in order for you to gain weight and build muscle at the same time. So if you're a person watching this video and you're looking to build some muscle and get in shape, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that button. Without further ado, let's dive into the topic, guys. Alright guys, so let's begin by answering the question, how to gain weight. So basically we want to gain the healthy weight. That means building lean muscle at the same time, as well as some sort of subcutaneous fat that comes around with being at a caloric surplus. And it's very inevitable for you to gain fat while you're at a caloric surplus, because not all the calories that you're intaking goes into muscle building, but also the excess of calories goes into subcutaneous fat, which is the fat that sits around your muscles. But I think that the underlying notion of how to gain weight comes from calories in versus calories out. And you guys have probably heard this before, but what it basically means in terms of weight gain, calories in versus calories out basically means that you should be consuming more calories than what you are burning. But before we find out our calories in versus calories out, we need to find out our caloric maintenance. And I'm going to give you guys a formula on finding out your caloric maintenance right now. So if you do have a piece of pen and paper with you, or screenshot this, or have a phone ready with you to take notes, make sure you do. Now I'm going to give you guys a formula on counting your calories. Now this is your caloric maintenance. Caloric maintenance basically means that this is the amount of calories that you need to be consuming every day in order to maintain your weight. But obviously we want to gain weight, so we're going to put our calories a little bit higher than the caloric maintenance, and I'm going to show you guys the range in terms of calories to do that. For now, I'm going to show you guys how to calculate your caloric maintenance based on your body weight. So what the formula is, I'm going to link it down right here. You guys are going to see right here is body weight times 14 to 17. And that 14 to 17 range basically gives you a guideline on how active you are throughout the day. With 14 being not very active at all, or just having a desk job 9 to 5 every day, or not doing as much walking or any sort of activity throughout the day. While the number 17 accounts for somebody who have a very active job, like walking around the entire day or doing some sort of labor job throughout the entire day. 14 to 17 range basically just accounts for how many calories burned throughout the day and how active you are throughout the day. So what we're going to do is body weight times 14 between the 17. So now this 14 to 17 range is very subjective and relative in every individual. Say for example myself, I'm going to put myself at a 17 range. The reason for this is because I do work an active job, a labor job, and throughout the day I'm going to be very active and I'm burning calories throughout the day. So I'm going to put myself at a 17 range. So for me personally, I am a 160-pound male times 17, and that puts me at about 2,720 calories throughout the day, and that would be my caloric maintenance. And that means this is the amount of calories that I need to be consuming every day to maintain my 160-pound weight. Whenever you guys calculate your calorie maintenance, make sure that the body weight is in pounds, not in kilograms, pounds. 2,720 calories is my caloric maintenance, but since I want to gain weight, since my goal is to gain weight and gain as much muscle mass as I can over the weeks. And that means we're going to be putting ourselves at a caloric surplus, guys. And that means putting your caloric goal daily a little bit higher than your caloric maintenance. And that would allow us to gain weight and build lean muscle at the same time. And usually the range that I personally like to do whenever I put myself at a caloric surplus is between 300 to 500 calorie surplus. And this would, some may say this would be a lean bulk in terms of putting yourself at a surplus. The reason for this is because it's not quite aggressive. Being at a 500 caloric surplus every day would allow you to be at a 3,500 calorie surplus over 1 week, and that means 7 days. 500 times 7 equals 3,500, and 3,500 calories surplus over the week would actually gain you 1 pound of fat or 1 pound gain over the week. And now we can't control how much muscle our body builds because there's so many factors that comes in play, such as genetics, and how much faster your body can synthesize protein, different types of factors that comes in muscle building, how much you can lift, progressive overload. There's so many factors that comes in play, and we can't accurately track how much muscle we build over the weeks. But by putting ourselves at a caloric surplus, we're ensuring that our body is building muscle, being at an anabolic state most of the time throughout the day. And that would allow us to build a lot of lean muscle mass as well as subcutaneous fat, which all equals to a healthy weight gain for anybody that is trying to bulk up. If you really have trouble gaining weight, you can always set yourself at a little bit higher than 500 caloric surplus over your maintenance. And what this just basically means would be there will be a faster fat gain from that individual that would put themselves at, say, 800 to 1,000 caloric surplus. And you know, it's just a matter of how fast you want to gain weight. And so basically how fast you are gaining weight will all depend on how high, how significant your calorie surplus is over your caloric maintenance. When I dirty bulk for the very first time back in high school, I put myself at actually 1,000 caloric surplus, but that I would consider a dirty bulk, and I gained a lot of muscle mass, but don't get me wrong, I gained a lot of fat as well. And I'm gonna show you guys a video, hopefully right here, what I look like. And obviously the longer you bulk and the more fat you gain throughout the entire bulk, then you would have to work a little bit longer and a little bit harder to torch down that fat when you want to shred down over the summer or whenever your cutting season is. Alright guys, so now that we've covered most of the important points in this video, such as calculating your caloric maintenance, so now we're going to be going over some diet advice and some diet tips that I have for you guys in order for you to gain weight healthily, build lean muscle mass, and improve your physique overall. But if you're liking this video so far and you're learning something out of this video, make sure you give this video a like, hit that button right there, and subscribe to my channel. Now, in terms of meals that you guys should be eating throughout the day, making sure that every meal is consisting of high carbohydrate, high protein, and moderate fat meals. And this is personally what I keep in mind whenever I make my meals, is that I would always have some sort of high protein and high carbohydrate meal in order to ensure myself that I'm getting enough calories and getting closer as the day goes on to my caloric goal whenever I am trying to gain weight. And there's also many lists of healthy snacks that I personally like to incorporate in my nutrition in order for me to gain weight. Number one is a peanut butter bagel. I usually have a peanut butter bagel before my workout and after my workout during my bulking phase. But honestly, throughout the entire day, whenever you're trying to gain weight, you're putting yourself at a caloric surplus. It really doesn't matter what type of foods that you eat. As long as you put yourself at that surplus, you're going to gain weight. But although the goal is to gain weight, we also want to optimize our health. And obviously we want to incorporate a lot of healthy foods in our diet, such as fruits, like bananas, frozen berries, my personal favorite that I mix with my protein shakes. A lot of complex carbohydrates as well, such as sweet potatoes, quinoa, brown rice, and whole grain pasta. These are complex carbohydrates that we can incorporate in our nutrition so that we ensure that our daily fiber intake is met throughout the day. In terms of healthy fats that I like to incorporate in my nutrition, I usually have avocados, nuts like almonds, eggs, coconut oil. You can use coconut oil or olive oil as well during your cooking. There's also many benefits to having enough and adequate omega-3s and omega-6s in your diet, and that you can get from fish, different types of fish as well. And these type of foods are really beneficial for muscle building. And that will be the end of the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys watched the entire video, I appreciate you. And I actually recently found out that I have some viewers from the Philippines. So, kamusta kayo dyan mga kaibigan? Sending much love from Canada to the Philippines. If you guys enjoyed this video, guys, and you learned something out of this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what kind of videos you guys want to see in the future. And make sure you hit that button right there. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Maraming salamat. I will see you guys next week. And stay motivated. Keep chasing those gains. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Aye, aye. Boom. Pa!
More than we meant to be. It might be this time.
Hey, pop the trunk, I open up, I sold my soul a good price. Out of sight, my hoe got talent.